Hey there YouTube, this is JV111 here, and I'd like to apologize first for not making a video like I promised after my uh, first mod review and redstone creation that I made real long time ago. I was failing school, I had to get my grades back up, and now they are back up. So I'm back, and I'm hoping to be making a lot more videos. So I decided to come back the one way that, well, I should have, by doing mod reviews. And the first mod I ever reviewed was Metallurgy, and that was way back in 2011. Feels like a long time. Well, a year in the internet is quite a long time. So we're gonna review it, but not the 1.4.5 version. That's very passe. We're reviewing the 2.3 version. This version is even designed for 1.4.5 Minecraft, and it even runs using Forge. That's incredible. Forge is, in my opinion, ModLoader started it. Forge enhances it. And the current version of Forge is amazing. So many new mods are coming out thanks to it. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to Forge and its founders, first of all. And now, on to Metallurgy. Metallurgy was originally started by a developer named Shadowclaimer. I stumbled upon it. Can't speak today. I stumbled upon it by accident, actually, because I wanted to see what kind of mods I could add into Minecraft to make it more entertaining for me, because it was getting really boring. Even SMP was getting boring. Then I found Shadowclaimer's Metallurgy mod, and for what it did back then, it was pretty cool. You know, it didn't really have armor, had weapons, and had some extra metals and ores, but didn't really have much. And so I got out of the mod scene. Then I stumbled back upon it, and wow, has he been busy. Uh, and you know what? I can't really just say he. He's had a lot of help as well from not only the community, but from a fellow programmer by the name of RebelKeithy, who is currently the lead programmer, from what I am told by his forum page and the wiki. So, RebelKeithy and Shadowclaimer, here's your mod review. So, first off the bat, I'm going to show you something that I thought, the little touches, makes it cool. So let's start from here. As you see, I have NEI, and we'll just remove that for now. So as you can see, first off the mod, it changes the textures of the base items. So the base weapons. So, that's a hoe. That's all hoes. There's the axes. There's the shovels. There's the pickaxes. Diamond pickaxe looks badass. And here's the swords. And here are the armors. Let's put on an armor and see what it looks like. No, I want some diamond armor. So we're gonna get out of that. Okay, so in here, it's changed. Here, though, it's not. This I didn't know. I didn't test this out beforehand. Um, but you know what? This is still cool. I like this. So let's take this off. And we're going to put these back inside of their chests. So what does Metallurgy mod do now? Well, as previously mentioned, it adds ores. And then some. It adds ores, alloys, metals. It even has machines. I think all this industrial craft and buildcraft stuff is starting to get to people's heads. I like it though. It makes it fun. So let's take a look at the original mod. So originally, there was a few base metals. You would have copper. Everyone has copper now, so there's copper ore, there's copper brick. You'd have tin. Everyone has tin now if you're gonna do a machine mod. This one makes it different though. I got manganese. Things get interesting with manganese. We'll get into that later. Then he started getting really fancy. He started using fantasy names. So here's the orichalcum. I'm probably still not saying that right. To this day, I've yet to say it right. There's a silver ore. There's platinum ore. Now, platinum ore is cool. When it first came out, there was platinum, silver, and gold coins. I first thought of it as using maybe as a currency mod. That's changed now. Those coins no longer exist. Coins still are still in this mod, but those coins no longer exist. So let's get out of this. Now we're going to go into the first modular version of this game, of this mod, I mean. So the first modular model is the base metals. Yes, I know. That's a very bad pun. So the first base metals, as you can see, are the steel brick. Oh, we're going to have to fix this. The tin, copper, iron, and gold are considered. Manganese. Then we get into some really cool stuff. Then we get into some alloys. Now, alloys, I'm not going to go much into detail about, but basically, you fuse various ores to get different metals, and they all have different tier systems. So you get Damascus steel, then you get bronze, the usual copper tin. Then you get heptazion. This stuff's cool. And augmelon. Like the names these guys come up with is incredible. These are just the metals, and each one of these metals has weapons. They're the same general weapon, but ranked up. Most of these, if I'm not mistaken, range anywhere between iron and diamond, and they just scale up that way. So if you don't find diamond, look for steel or make steel. You'll be able to mine obsidian, not as fast, but you'll be able to mine it. So that's base metals. Now we got precious metals. Yes, bad pun. So you get platinum ore, as previously mentioned. He had zinc as well. Zinc is basically going to be used as a catalyst. It can be used as a metal, but you're going to more than likely use it as an alloy creator. Then there's electrum. Electrum gets cool later. That's when we start looking at the coins. Then there's brass. And then silver. These are all the precious metals. These are to be expected. You can find these while caving. These are all overworld. These two right here. But here is where things get interesting. Nether metals. Now these things are scarce, and I mean very scarce. Even though the first one is more common than the rest, they're still scarce. So first off, we got igneous ore. And the cool thing about igneous ore is not only the metal, you can use it as fuel. Wouldn't recommend it though because of the scarcity, unless you decide to, get your industrial and buildcraft on and get a quarry and just strip mine the heck out of the nether. Then you can use it as a fuel. But then again, you got all that lava, so why bother? And lava becomes important later. I'll explain that. They get shadow iron ore, ranging pretty similar to iron, but it's nether ore, so it's cool. Then you got Cericlus. I'm saying that horribly. And these are all positioned in rank. Then you got Calandrite. Then we got Vulcanite. Now Vulcanite is similar to Igneous, but Vulcanite has where Igneous is its fuel rate is similar to that of coal. Vulcanite is 32 times that of coal. But it is rare. Like the next three are as rare as heck, but Vulcanite is rare. You won't be able to find it unless you modify the configs. Wouldn't recommend it though because that's no fun. Then you got Sanguinite. This makes some really cool armor. It's got like red and gold trim. I'll show you guys later. Then there's Lemurite, and then Allarite. Now these have their own special function later on. we'll get into that later. Oh, I might as well show you these. So these are the bricks. Not mistaken. Yeah. So there's Middacium. I don't know if I added Middacium in here. Oh, I forgot to. Okay. So you can also find Middacium ore. It's used as a catalyst as well, and for alloying. So we got Sanguinite, Nemerite, Otherite, Shadow Steel, which is basically this nether version of steel. Inoshalite brick, and Moradrine brick. Now, a lot of these are alloys, so you're going to have to kind of play around with the nether ores and the overworld ores, and I'll show you how to make alloys later. So, that's cool. So we got, what? We got the base metals, we got the precious metals, we got the nether metals. What else could there be? There's fantasy metals. Yes, not the Final Fantasy variety. There's a lot of cool things here, too. These, I've separated from these, and I'll explain later. So first off, you get the Promethium ore. It's pretty powerful. Then you get deep iron, hourglass ore, yeah, iridium ore, astral silver ore. Now, astral silver ore and promethium ore, and I believe there's one more. Yeah, the Carmont ore. They get used in a very special way, and I'll explain that later because the fantasy metals modular section of metallurgy uses these three ores in a very special machine, and I think you're gonna like the machine. So there's mithril ore. You also get the world famous Oracle Calcum that I can't say for anything for beans. Now we got adamantine, so we're kind of getting close to RuneScape metals almost, real close. We were hitting it with mithril, now we're hitting it with adamantine, but he changed the color at least. Ain't that green stuff from RuneScape? Then we got Alaris ore. This stuff's cool. I like this stuff. So these two, the Infus Colgium and the Rubicium, they're catalysts as well. They're definitely used in alloying, and they're used special ways. They're used to pretty much create these. So you got black steel brick. This will make your RuneScape, fantasies come back. All those good memories. Then we get quicksilver, which is really cool. Haderoth, Selenigal, and Tartarite. And Tartarite's the third high. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Fourth highest of all the metals and all the mods. It's even more powerful than diamond. So that's some cool stuff. So we're at 4 now. Now you're thinking, well, we got the overworld covered. We got the nether covered. What about the end? Well, we'll get to the end. Right now we're going to use utility ores. These are going to be used to create special utilities. Now, I'm not 100% on what they create. I haven't really played around with these ores too much. But from what I can see so far, you can create fertilizer. So all your forestry buffs, you can now fertilize your crops or your trees, depending on which forestry version you decide to swing that. You can even create TNT. Well, gunpowder, sand, TNT. But no, you can create high explosive TNT, more powerful TNT. We don't have to build this giant massive structure of TNT to blow a hole the size of, what, straight down the center of your world. You can just use a little bit of the high explosive stuff. I'm not going to get into that much. I really want to focus on the metals. So here is a phosphorite ore. These are all utilities. They all drop similar to coal. This is sulfur, saltpeter, magnesium, bitumen, and potash. So these ores are going to be the ones you use for your utilities. So whatever you want to use. You don't want these ores, don't install it. To be honest, they're cool. I like them. Um, but they may not be for everybody. That is my opinion. So now we get to the final chunk. Leave the machines for later. The Ender Metals. And yes, this video ain't ending anytime soon yet. So we got two of them. We got Examite and Mutoite. Now these two ores you can actually find in the Nether. Not just Endstone, not just, Ender Pearls. Ores. Finally. Someone was thinking. I am very happy for this. Makes the end, interesting. Makes you want to find them. Because when these two are alloyed, they create some very powerful items. This is the Decicalcos. And they create some really interesting stuff. I'm not going to get into it though. We'll leave that for later. So as I was saying earlier, depending on which version of the mod you install, and there's various chunks you install it as, you can make machines. So we're going to start off with the simple machines. A furnace. You can actually create scalable furnaces, similar to the ticket furnaces, or I'm assuming they're buildcraft or industrial craft. I'm not 100% on that. So what can you create? Well, you get the stone furnace, then you got copper, then you get bronze, then you get iron, then you get steel. So for copper, every single coal smelts 8.42 items. This is about on average, so it's a little better than a stone furnace. A little better. Then we got bronze. It's a little better than copper, and a little more better than stone. These all tier up, so it's a second tier. And it does almost 9 items for every coal, which is handy. You don't have to drop a lava bucket or drop a stack of coal every single time. Then we get to iron. It does 10 items. Now that's a jump. Basically, you only need 7 coal to smelt a stack. That makes coal you won't even need it. Makes it kind of cool. Well, you only need so much of it. Steel definitely makes you only need like a little single chest of coal to smelt everything. 11.43 items. Almost 12 items per coal. That's unheard of. Especially in like a non-Tekkit-y mod. I like this. It's getting better. We're getting better. So I'm going to show you the recipes. And I'll show you the speed so we can prove the smeltability. Each one of these has a single coal in each of them. We're going to drop a stack of diamonds into each furnace. And we'll see when they're finished how many items they created. So while we're waiting, let's check out the recipes. So to create a copper furnace, you need a normal stone furnace and then 8 copper bars. Good to know. For bronze furnace, you're going to need the copper furnace and then 8 bronze bars. So they all scale up using the previous tier furnace. So it can get a little pricey, but if you get like a wall of the steel furnaces, it's worth it. So iron furnace. You need the bronze furnace first, and then you need iron ingots all the way around. And then for steel, you need a steel bar. Now steel bar is an alloy. We'll get into alloying later. But you need steel. Oh my god, my phone, why you do this to me? I forgot to turn you down. Sorry. So where was I? Oh yes, the steel. We'll get into alloying in a second. But first, we're gonna finish this off. So you're gonna need the iron furnace and 8 steel bars. So that's how you make it. So let's see which ones are done. So copper, Yep, smelted 8, just like it said it would. This also smelted 8. It doesn't round all the way up, unfortunately. It smelted 10. Beautiful. And it smelted 11. So, proof of concept for the furnaces. Check mark. So now, we're going to go into the next set of machines. These ones are cool. The crushers. So you have to have, your base crusher, and then it tiers up. Same thing, copper, bronze, iron, steel. And this one, you do need coal. But what this coal does, and let's just get some gold. We'll let it run for a while. I'll show you what these do. It's kind of cool. They turn the gold ores into dust. So we get the dusts in a non-techity mod, which is cool. It takes a really long time for the crusher to make a dust. Well, per ingot, per ore block. The stone crusher is the slowest. It's around 32 seconds. So you basically load it, go AFK, get some food, get a drink, and then come back. And let's see if it'll finish. And it should be 1 coal per ore block. We're about to test that theory. At least for the stone crusher. See? Yep. And then it even gives you 2. So now you drop this into your furnace. For every single ore block you got, you're getting 2 dust. So for every stack of ore, you're getting 128 ingots. So it is worth it to put any ore you get into a crusher and make a crusher soon. That way you can double your ore or double your metal production and, make sure you have everything you need. So let's see how the copper's doing. Oh, it's already at 6 gold dust. So it's following the general rules. So here's the general rules. So we got stone, 1-to-1 ratio. Copper, 24 coal for a whole stack of items. That's good. This makes it fast. Bronze, 1 less coal for a whole stack. So it's not much of a jump, but if you don't want to use so much coal, use bronze and then upgrade it to the iron. And the iron does 20 coal for every stack of items, which is good. And then steel does 18 coal for every stack of items. So again, steel's the best, stone's the lowest. Try and go for steel. So let's see the recipe for the stone crusher. So the recipe is as follows. It seems to be the crusher likes to use furnaces. So you gotta have a furnace. Then you're gonna want 4 cobblestone on the corners, and then a stick in all the centers. And then you got a stone crusher. Then the copper crusher is the same recipe as the copper furnace, just add a stone crusher. And then so on and so forth. All right. So now the next thing is cool. This is called mint. It makes coins. Yes, you heard me right, people. Coins. Now, according to the wiki, the coins are supposed to be used similar to emeralds with the villagers. I can't get that to work. I am sorry. I will just. This is just me asking Shadowclaimer that if he can help me figure it out. I will do a re-up video and show you guys that the coins work with the villagers. So you don't have to get emeralds. You do, however, have to get this and your bars. So let's get one of each bar. So you need a brass, a silver, the electrum. Now, this is where I said the electrum was getting good. You want electrum. I'm sorry about that. Hit my mic. And you need a platinum bar. So we got the redstone torch. So first off, we're gonna put into a mint storage. Now, what's a mint storage? Basically, what you're gonna use, what you're gonna use to load into your mint. And I'll show you that you don't need them in storage, but the mint storage is a lot better, especially if you want to spew out coins really quickly. So first you need a chest. They need 2 pistons and 2 iron ingots. They need 4 gold cogs. Now how do you make a gold cog? 4 gold and ingot. So it can get expensive to make this mint storage, but it's a little bit worth it. And how we're going to make the mint? Now we're going to make the mint by adding a piston, 5 ingots, 3 on top, 2 on the sides, a single piece of redstone, and 2 sticks, and you get your mint. So now we're going to do a proof of concept that I can, in fact, set this up without using the mint storage. So we're going to load it, and there's my coin. Now, bronze only gives you 1 coin. So I got a little clock here. It recommends you do use a clock in order to run this, unless you have a pulser. You have red power set up, you can use a pulser here, and use like a switch and whatnot and figure it out that way. So this makes 1 coin. So let's activate this clock, and there's our coin. Now, the silver bar makes, I'm not positive how many coins the silver bar makes. We are going to find out together, but we're going to use the mint storage, and it loads it up, and there's our coins. And the silver bar makes 3 coins. And I'm sorry if this is annoying to people. So, how about the electrum bar? Let's figure out how much that coin makes. That bar makes. So we had 4. And now we got 18. So it makes 14 coins. So we're going to put those away, because I actually have already tested the platinum bar on the mint. And it makes 27 coins. That's a lot of coins, but platinum's fairly rare. So let's load it and let it run. And these things go everywhere. One of my suggestions I would definitely give RebelKeithy. Maybe create some form of output system similar to the input system to collect all the coins. So there's 27. Look at that. 27. Oh, we'll put these all in here. Let's turn off this infernal thing. Or like that. So, oh, there's another coin. We don't know where that came from. We'll call it spare coin. So, we got the enhanced furnaces. And we got the new machines, the crushers. And we got a new machine mint. And we got a new machine mint storage. Now, that's cool. But I want more. And they deliver. These are the smelters. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items, 8 machines come in with the Nether Metals. And they're kind of cool. They don't use coal. They use lava. And you can actually fill it with a buttload of lava buckets. Let's put that torch back here. And let's empty our inventory so we can get quite a few lava buckets, because I have a sinking feeling we're going to need them. So, unlike the furnaces where you just drop your ill-begotten lava into it and it spews out a bucket, these ones you have to load. And I should probably have an empty place. We'll keep that. And you notice here, over in my text bar, it showed me how much fuel it can handle. So let's start dropping some fuel in here. If I can. I probably have to do it this way. Yeah. So, takes a lot of fuel. A lot of buckets. So this is just the first tier. We're going to max it out though. Oh, it's already maxed out. So each lava bucket in equivalency is 1,000 fuel. So let's just refill our inventory with more and keep an empty space. So now we are full of items. So now what can we do with that? Well, let's get a... I need more lapis than that. Yeah. It'll use the fuel in here and smelt the ores. So we'll let that run for a while. And it has a little animation and everything. So each tier, this is the last tier, uses more and more fuel. This one uses 20,000, 30,000. So if you look at in buckets, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This jumps to 80. This jumps to 100 buckets. You're going to get a lot of lava, which is why they come from the Nether. So, how do we make these? Well, first off, they're called smelters. So you're going to want the igneous smelter. And this is so you're going to use an igneous ore to get this. Then you get the shadow iron smelter, shadow steel, the Virorexis smelter, the Inolashite smelter, the Calendrite smelter, the Vulcanite smelter, and the yeah, I can't say that word. Sanguinite smelter. So let's just drop my lava buckets away. I was thinking if I'm going to kill myself, even though I can go creative and save myself. I don't want to. So, how do you make it? So, it's a furnace recipe, but using the Nether Metals. So basically, you're recreating the furnace idea, but in Nether. If you had no iron, but you had an abundance of lava. So you're going to need igneous bars, shadow iron. Oh, I left that. My apologies. Shadow steel, and the previous tier. Viroxrite, Viroxorus bar. I can't say that word. Why? Inolashite, and the previous tier. Oh. Calandrite, and the previous tier. Vulcanite, in the previous tier. And sanguinine bars, in the previous tier. Now you're going to want this one because you can fit a lot of stuff in there and it's the fastest. Has the most fuel capacity and is the fastest out of everything. I think it's even faster than the steel furnace over there. It's probably about, if I had to guess, because I haven't tested this one out yet. I've tested these four. These four I was able to find. This one could probably go through a stack in about 2 minutes. So it's pretty fast. So those are cool. So we got new furnaces, new machines, another set of new furnaces. Now what the heck are these? There's a lot of them. These are cool though. These are called Abstractors. They come from the Fantasy Metals pack. And what these do, well, you know what? Let me show you. So first, we're going to want is fuel. Promethium dust, astral silver dust, and cameron dust are the only fuels. Well, yeah, these are the only fuels for these. So we're going to get an old bar. We're going to get the really, really high ranking bar here. We'll get some promethium dust. So let's go with the lowest tier here. Cool little UI. Drop an ingot. Drop a dust. Now, keep an eye on here. I'm recording. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. That's right, people. You get EXP from excess metal. Sorry about that. So we got. Well, let's see which versions we got, because there's a lot of them here. We're gonna put these back. We're gonna put these back. So you got the Promethean, the Deep Iron, the Black Steel, the Hourglass, the Aerodrite, the Mithril, the Haderoth, the Orichalcum, the Amantine, the Alaris, and the Tartarite. Now, what's cool about these is not only are they. Well, first, let's see this. Again, it's a furnace and the fantasy metals. Not only do they rank up, they actually get an EXP bonus for the highest level one. But since Tartarite is ridiculously rare, I think it's even an alloy. Yeah, it's an alloy. So let's just see what would happen if you were to have a Tartarite. Super fast, and you get so many levels per bar. Like, yes, I'm using the most highest ranking bar, but just the bonus you get from the higher rankings abstractor is really cool. So the other thing it also adds are these cool chests, metal chests. And like iron chests, or the iron chest mod, it adds increased storage. And you got the platinum, you got the electrum, you got that gold chest, got the silver, and you got the brass. And they're made basically with the chest, and they're separate bars, and these also scale. So now, as I was saying, all the metals, the original mod, the base, the precious, the nether, the fantasy, and the ender, you can make weapons and armor. Now, the one thing people are always going to ask is, can you enchant them? And the answer to that is heck yeah. So let's first, I do want to use the abstractor to get the XP, but it'll take so long if I drop a stack in there. So let us find EXP. No. I can't find it. There we go. Bottle O enchanting. Let's get myself a few stacks of these bad boys. And let it rain. There's going to be a couple seconds. And last one. Alright, 31 levels from 2 stacks. That took a while. So I got a few, we'll leave these for later. These are kind of cool, these swords. You're going to like these. So I got a few random pieces of armor from each of the sets. So let's grab a couple. Yeah, that'll do. And let's drop these into here. And it's enchanted. See? See? You can enchant the armor. That, in my opinion, is cool. That makes this mod that much more better. Let me get to 7. So we have armor. And the other cool, the only downside is here. I'll see what I'll show you what I mean. So we got 2 Damascus steel swords here, right? We'll take them. And let's enchant them both. Give him a 1. Ew. Eh. Here's the downside. Oh shit, it wasn't working earlier. Works now. Alright, so you can anvil them. Originally you couldn't. I don't know why. Let me see something. These I don't know if you can anvil. These weren't working for me earlier when I tested this. Oh, well, you can anvil them. Okay, so you have to enchant them first. Then you can anvil them, or you can have to wear them down, and then you can anvil them. They weren't working for me earlier. I wonder why. Oh. So, these are all enchantable. They're all repairable. So, oh, I froze. Sorry. So that just makes this mod that much more cooler. The other thing that makes it really cool is this. These swords. Now, yeah, you got all these swords, but wait, what's that? Oh, hello. They have pre-existing enchantments, depending on the level. And I believe the majority of these are Nether. Yeah, they're from the Nether mod, Nether version of the mod, the Fantasy version of the mod, and the Ender version of the mod. This one, as you can see, does some random stuff all the time. You never know what's going to do. I've had it teleport. I've had it burn. I've had to do all kinds of weird things. But yeah, pre-enchanted swords that can get other enchantments over top of them. I like this. I like this a lot. So that's my mod review for the Metallurgy metal version of the mod. The utility ores would be a whole other mod review in itself, because they're pretty much their own little section. But yeah, a few things to note. One, this is all buildcraft, industrial craft, and railcraft compatible. So you can run this with those mods. The machines work with their pipes. Um, it works with the engines. It works. It just works. Uh, One thing I haven't yet to test though is if you can pump lava directly into here. I would assume you can. Be fun to test though. Rig up a little smelting system in the Nether. Forever smelt. That'll be cool. Um, and yeah, so and the other thing you may want to look into is compatibility issues. Because it runs Forge, or it requires Forge to run, some mods aren't compatible. And it doesn't like a lot of them. Um, the other thing is you can in fact get EXP from most of the overworld ores. I think some of the Nether. I don't know about the Ender ones. I haven't tested mining the Ender ones yet. So you can get EXP like you would get normal EXP from their ores, from the base ores. Another thing you're going to want to also look into is the config file for this. He, as a configuration file, he puts diamond, iron, gold, coal, lapis, redstone, all those ores into the config file so it doesn't get all like weird. So the ores tend to spawn in random locations. You can get like diamond in like level 128. That's cool, but you know, I like digging down to find my diamond, so I don't like that. You can change it. I think he offers a way to do so. You can check out the wiki. I will be posting a link to that. I'll be posting a link to um, the Minecraft forum page. There's also a couple other things I'll be posting. I'll be posting a tier list for all the metals. I'll also be posting a EXP ratio list. He has a little spreadsheet from Google Docs. I don't know who made it, either Shadowclaimer or RebelKeithy or one of the fans. So that's cool. So I'm going to end this with basically, I want to end these mod reviews with a suggestion to the modder. Maybe something that be they may have already thought up of, or have probably scrapped it for complexity, like making it too complicated. But just ideas that you could add into making it really cool. Um, so I have really just two suggestions. The first one is metal bows. I would like to see bows using um, the metal ingots in the game. I think that would be really cool, and that would add. It would make bows cool again. Yeah, sure, bows were cool if you had like a Infinity One, knockback two, or knockback four, and fire or flame four bow. But being able to use the metals and getting those same abilities or even more powerful bows in the aspect would be even cooler. You know, and it'd be the wither would be a piece of cake, and the end dragon would be done in 2 seconds. So that'd be cool. Second thing I want to see is fusion metals. I know alloys, yeah, they're fusion. Um, but I want to see be able to like fuse like Tartarite with Promethean and get like some really crazy combinations. I think that would be even really cool too. You would have to turn them into dust and get like some like mixed metal dust and make like a mixed or it's probably copyrighted mixed metal ingot, but like something really cool. And you can get like the durability of one yet the special ability of another. So those are my only two suggestions. Don't see anything wrong with the mod, and I hope Shadowclaimer and RebelKeithy and whoever else they get to join the Metallurgy mod team keeps working on it. Um, oh, I am gonna add one thing though. As I said, Forge doesn't like to be run on certain computers. People have had issues with it in the past. My recommendation, download multi-MC. You can run a multi-MC, you can install the Forge mod loader really easily, then you can install Metallurgy even easier, and you can run multiple .minecraft files. So you can have one running Metallurgy, one running what's that mod? Tales of the Kingdom, another one running Divine RPG, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you feel is necessary to the video. No trolls. Now I say that I'm gonna get trolled. But yeah, so please subscribe, like, and also in the comments suggest some mods. I have a few mods I'm going to review, but I want to know what the community wants me to review. I want to see what mods need a mod review, what mods need a detailed look inside of them to be able to, so the community can understand it better. Because yes, I agree that the developers do their best to explain the mod, but sometimes you need a second pair of eyes just to see it. So yeah, that's everything. Uh, this is my first mod review in a long time. There will be another one next Monday. This will be a weekly thing, and I hope to see you guys then. Until then, stay frosty.